starting on Breeze. There's definitely room for individuals to pop off here. My eyes go towards Romi. Van said you're excited about Muffyn.
That's interesting. Conir already going to find JinNy. And the follow-up not going to happen. Quick trade, Muffyn there. 4v4, why have you done this to me in the first round, Michael?
Actually, Spike slowly making its way back towards Cave. No progress on the side of X10 just yet. Polly's tucked in. Actually, what's interesting is two members of KRÜ making their way towards double doors here. It's a perfect split. Oh, Polly's behind the wall. She actually tagged blind through it.
That is so unfortunate. And now Consu still trying to try and find something, but actually finds the shot. Okay, we're down to a 2v2, and the plant should be pretty solid.
Unorthodox position for it, though. It looks as if they're going to try and play aggressively towards bridge, anticipating double doors pressure, but Muffyn's going to come through find the first.
Yeah, Kalita, though, this needs to happen quickly, and the snap would have had to have been perfect, but now it's a bit of a favoured fight towards Alyssa. Kalita trying to play the timing.
She's got great timing on this.
Tap on the spike. And actually, Alyssa wants to get to at least half. Continues to sit. And Kalita, fantastic. So it is going to be interesting. We finally get to look them up to their own devices. See, Muffyn did manage to thread through. Somewhat unnoted for now. Gets a fair fight. Kalita sharp with it to start with. And that's now a 5v4. So advantage there. A little note onto where the sky will be residing.
JinNy just peeling away from double doors now. Babytz actually sets up now the shorty. No investment of any U2 other than the spy cam. And Romi, I think, is going to have heard that sound cue. That might be a signal for the rest of KRÜ to push up here. I mean, Romi could dash past this and kind of negate this shorty investment altogether.
Take a little bit of forethought towards it. I wonder how aware they are, and pulls the trigger on the first. Going to do a little bit of damage there, going to take one with them. Not too bad, but then once you get into the post plant, it is going to be far more difficult to bring any of the weaponry into a position of actually converting it.
It's a ghost and 3 rifles, essentially, with the Guardian in the mix as well. So very difficult for X10 to get anything done here. Actually, all 3 members blocked off towards archers. No confirmation with the L zone just yet. Actually, it's just 3 classics as well on the way back through. Yeah,
it would need a massive fumble. They have actually been able to close the gap, which is a little bit worrying. Yeah, that actually gives Alyssa a fair shot at this, and the follow-up. Baesht has gone down. This is never meant to be this way. Hopefully for Conir, they can be the kind of underline to this. JinNy did get a rifle, and gets it taken away. Got way too dangerous there.
So consu will recover.
So close. Even with those classics, the right click is still pretty potent, but looks like a default to begin with. Spike left way back, just out of spawn, so no real indicator as to their true intention, but a little bit of an exploration mission beginning towards tube. So maybe something to look towards. An elbow, similar scenes on the other side. So Muffyn happy to test the waters, look around a little bit. I do want to see how far and what information Romi potentially gets. We do see that that Cypher utility is there in place, so it won't be completely free access, but they can start working these things out.
Problem being, though, you can see here Romi's not going to be dashing towards default. That tripwire. Well, no, it's a slow push out from KRÜ. Whether or not they're going to spot it here with the Aldrone, I'm not sure if it was noted. The Aldrone was a little higher.
Nowhere to run.
And well, spoke about it early. Good tag on one. But that's actually about it. But this is very surprising, getting this far ahead. And the dash over the top gets away. How on earth does Romi get away with that sort of thing? And El Poly from up on the top of the bridge, gonna get spotted. This is disastrous for X10, not looking so good now. KRÜ navigating past a couple of the hurdles, couple of those moments that we were looking towards very comfortably. And a baesht approach, really. And now Muffyn really doesn't have many options here.
Yeah, I'm not sure even when the tripwire is dealt with in tube that Romi looked completely unnoted to that point.
Yeah, they didn't turn at all.
I'm not sure if the doors swung open or there's some kind of distraction.
Same timing with the Hunter's Fury.
Exactly, yeah. Just a little bit of chaos that allows Romi to really punish with that early progress up tube. Muffyn going to try and hold on to this. 2 off the Blade Storm, so he's going to try and make something happen in round 4 here. There's not a lot of funds left to work with on the other side. This should be a big buffer, actually, to KRÜ as well. Yeah, round 3 on the board. Like I said, with those rifles coming across from the previous, you know what, it was 2 Vandals saved across?
I think so.
Lost the Guardian in the mix. They're going to be sitting
too much danger just yet. A couple of rounds got a bit closer with, as I said, that Guardian moment. But beyond that, I want to see if Muffyn now can maybe once again apply this pressure, but they seem very aware here.
I was going to say, it's only really Muffyn kind of pushing and probing. There's no supportive utility coming through from JinNy or Alyssa to kind of enable this. Actually, the first time we do see it there, but Flash is a little shallow. Doesn't catch anything. And that's the rifle removed. That was the one real threat on the side of X10 here in this round.
I'd like to see a little bit more commitment with that. You said that Flash from where it was sent, be relatively easy to handle. If it even had popped, having two players there, you could have even had one turning pretty comfortably for it. So the pick towards elbow, and they fall away from this. Now, once again, consu this time to work up towards tube. So they've found the rhythm, the regiment that they want to start hitting towards. That A site is looking like the end goal, and it is just Polly tucked in the corner.
I think Polly's got another wall that she can potentially, tuck into this corner, try and avoid either the dart or the drone, but the snake bite is going to give it away.
Yeah, they should be fully aware, and there's that look. Again, the door just swings open, and consu gets the freest kill of her life. So be it romi, be it consu, they find the positions. This is lovely. Really going to punish those rotations. Now, this wasn't too much to write home about in the form of the economy. We did only see that rifle brought over in the end. JinNy has recovered that, so that's fallen back into hand. But the ideals of this round are very minimal. That one attempt to try and prop up that initial play from Muffyn really fizzled out.
I mean, the first blood kind of draws X10 towards B site, or towards mid at least, which is why there's a massive gap in terms of tube control. Whether or not actually in the next round on a better purchase, we're going to see X10 kind of address that early on, potentially put Muffyn in a position to push down tube, pressure towards back cave, at least get some confirmation. It's much harder to swing through from elbow, like I said, with no real solid kind of opportunity to invest some utility. Like I said, the flash from JinNy just way too shallow, doesn't catch.
Let's see what X10 have for us, and if there is an adjustment from KRÜ as well, and straight down mid we go again.
So Flash finds nothing. Muffin's going to take this space. Potential to catch consu here on the retreat away from outside cave. Actually, consu dips back towards it. Kalita moving that same way. No confirmation from Muffyn just yet in terms of any audio cues. Like I said, it's been about 20 seconds now since that flash as well. Polly tucked into the same pocket we saw with this wall. Romi desperate to try and punish that. Very static here, though, from X10, even with this early progress in mid. And really capitalized just yet, and consu going to punish it. Like I said, Muffin's just out on an island here as well. I said that dash timer just expiring ahead of that peak.
And I guess that's how they're starting to deal with some of the utility invested towards tube. Already going to be removing that. But you're right, a little, I want to say unlucky for Muffyn in a way, but you're right, left hanging kind of high and dry in that one. Now, one player towards the back of the site, babytz is still sat towards this, but navigating around so far, KRÜ will get the foot in the door. Plant can come through pretty quickly as well.
30 seconds left.
Going to be noted and revealed, though this is big information here. Alyssa can draw themselves over. This is massive information. And finally, X10 do get the grip on the game that we were asking for. That's substantially better. But the plant did come in, so consu does have an opportunity at this. One shot to really make it count. If he gets halfway, it might be a little over the line! 2 kills, dealt with by JinNy, but for a second, a little dangerous.
Great investment from KRÜ on the way through as well. You see the snake bite and that fragment going towards that back corner to try and prevent answers. Going to bring 2 bulldogs into this. Looks as if X10 may be reconsidering this early push from Muffyn. Be Alyssa and Muffyn peeking in tandem here. A big focus shift here for KRÜ as well. 1 towards elbow and 3 outside pillar and mid.
Yeah, it looks like their desire is to take over that mid control, maybe pressure towards top mid. We haven't really seen them go for this amount of attention to it, and actually it's conir to find Alyssa. So success found very quickly, maybe a little unnecessary to lean into that, considering they're very aware of that presence.
See, Polly goes exploring as well. Consu's been so good at picking up these kills.
Very
kind of
solid.
That second wave of the round when things slow down just a little bit.
Yeah, really prying out some options for them towards the sites. We saw it a couple of rounds ago as well. JinNy gonna get a shot at this. Does Kalita note it? For now, not the case. Swings early, beautiful. Isolates one. Flash goes in, gonna confirm there are others here, but now outnumbered. babytz just about makes it towards CT. And as we noted, the spikes on the site, players are there. And it's
Progress.
and maybe just feeling a little too much of that pressure. Again, you did know that Muffyn was there towards that B tunnel, but was safe, didn't need to be bailed out. We didn't see them have to probe too far. But speaking of probing far, straight up tunnel. This time, utility not there, economy in tatters, of course. So this is just a switch up of pace. But look at the 3-play stack towards middle as well. This is a very curious brawl about to go down. baesht already clearing through towards C, and they're like, there's no one here. It's because they are literally all in middle. consu could be holding back a fair amount of this flood as romi starts to explore a little. There has to be red flags flying. consu just found Alyssa, and you've got to be wondering where the hell the rest of them are.
I think they're reading this potentially was a B stack. Smoke on the trip here, so 2 players
Yep, they've got
able to get back towards cave, but the plant is on backside. So KRÜ have read this perfectly.
Yeah, lovely plant. Does Muffyn get that knife to the head that is really quite critical to any success of this, because again, the weaponry beyond that is poor. It's stingers, it's sheriffs. It's just not what you need in this, but they do manage to at least get close, but KRÜ, so consistent, so concise. And they shut down all worries with the Prime Gaming. Flawless here, 5 alive KRÜ.
Pace change in the previous round is the worst sort of thing, right? If X10 start to lean a little deeper, KRÜ are going to run away with the early round. Resorting back to this very deep default, anticipating this aggression once again, but good to see Muffyn posted up now.
Yeah, trying to maybe go through the options, right? Look, go through the lookbook, see which one they can try and make stick on this. Now, fortunately for them, they do have that Viper's Pit committed towards that B main entry point. So, as said, they can lean a little heavier towards this JinNy on guard duty towards tunnel, but...
I mean, if anything, this setup kind of forces KRÜ, if they can kind of figure this out, right? Both extremities controlled, it forces KRÜ towards tube or mid. The problem being, I only see Alyssa and Nest once again. So if that pressure does come through, it's really concerning.
Yeah, and we have to see if Alyssa can actually hold it well this time. I think got a little overzealous to try and make sure it was kept safe, maybe put themselves in a more vulnerable position than ideal. Actually, Seeker's going to be sent in too, so going to give away the game. You can already see Alyssa slipping back a little deeper towards CT, maybe feeling they have to play this safer. And a switch up. Bit of a fake. All that attention towards B. And straight in towards A they go, but we do know the baby TC is here and that operator in the hands of Muffyn. So this should be a better defense than we've seen before, but it's a little messy. consu overwhelms and just gets this started. Muffyn on the back of the side, though, still needs more. This has to be 2, I'd say. Gonna dash themselves into the smoke, give themselves a little bit of safety, gets out, misses the shot, and is probably dead. In the meantime, yes, Alyssa did find 1, but it is still a 3v3, and with that Viper's Pit going up, the defense looks strong, but conir punished.
2 left to find now. consu actually tucked away towards bricks. This Aldrone going to spot out 1. The tag actually comes through onto Polly, but not going to expose herself. consu making a lot of noise, actually.
I like that, though, trying to pull the attention around. Tap on the spike. And they're actually sitting this one. There it is. Okay, denied. Kalita, fantastic work in unison. And this is going to be devastating for JinNy. A fantastic attempt, but the time is starting to dwindle, and JinNy has to somehow clear through the pit. And look who's on the hunt for it. It's consu. And this is a commanding lead. This is a very strong toe-to-toe, and actually come out on top a couple of times.
This is interesting, though. Everyone's stacked towards B here.
Well, we've got 2 stingers, 3 sheriffs, so it's got a little fight to this. Light armor behind it. This is not going to be an easy round. romi's already in, though, and the spam comes out. Muffyn going to give away the game, at least give away position. And they should note the stack here. This should be suddenly a real worry, and they are backing the hell away. Maybe for a double pump, maybe not, but the information now going to be relayed.
Actually, look at this, though. KRÜ almost bait it. There's actually 4 members rotating towards A site now. Actually, yeah, you can see JinNy just thinking better of it. JinNy did actually get that upgrade as well, so Phantom in the mix. The KRÜ have cut noise. I'm going to pause outside B here. I think they're considering the possibility it wasn't a full stack, right? And somebody's flanking, somebody's pushed through mid.
The amount of times we saw Polly tucked into that corner on A, for example, or anything of the such would be a little tricky to go and do that. But yeah, maybe KRÜ can find or punish someone for maybe getting a little over-aggressive or pushing out. But as we can see, obviously, and they can't, X10 are sitting deep on this. They have now pulled 3 players towards the A site. You can already see them pinging out the position that we've seen them tucked into a couple of times with that complementary wall. But
it's 2 pistols and a stinger here, though.
Okay. Well, there's that contact. See if the full rotation party comes on in. They should be on the way now. Gonna spot the player on towards the pyramid itself. Great trades. Polly and Alyssa can hold back the flood. The players slow down. Beautiful shots coming out from Polly. That's the player we wanted to see. And now it's just conir in a 1v3. Plant can go down. And we've got the tour de force out and about. Not going to find the shot they need for the second time of asking. They get it. drawn down on the head like a guillotine, and now JinNy gets held up for a second, pushed out of position. Conir reads it quite well here, but
The
does
stun
get
comes through.
caught by it, and now gets crunched on. I thought it was just out of distance of it, but beautifully handled. X10 get their second on the board.
The stun is crucial there. Conir desperate to close out this kill onto JinNy. I think actually noting babytz on that. I don't know if it was a jump peek just to spam a couple of bullets there, but
Operator back in play for Muffyn as well. That's going to be utilized here, and we have a very, it looks like quite a straightforward A piece coming out. And Poly's position has been very much repeated now. They should be very aware of its chance being here, but actually they let it get away with one. baesht gonna go down to this, spike now down. You're gonna see them try to send out the utility and try and send it towards the back of the side, but they're losing numbers drastically. A little sloppy on the way in this time, and now getting punished. Muffyn gonna deny the crossback or the post plant from being as safe. Now the last two players sitting deep towards cave. One with the lineups, and Kalita still has the two shock darts here as well.
consu has the poison orb set up as well. And the 1KO actually going to make this even a little dicey
They're
here.
diffusing. Yeah.
Diffuses coming through, the only round victories here for X10. Money's still fairly comfortable for KRÜ. They're going to step up the pace just a little bit here. But Muffyn, that operator in hand, now putting in work.
This could potentially slow down some of that aggression that we have seen KRÜ working towards, that confidence building through middle. Finally, something to alter that. We saw Alyssa struggling to hold that back, sitting a little deeper towards wall this time, so could potentially catch and punish a couple of these players up. Just heard the flash go through, and the peak is sharp from Conir. That's going to be Alyssa now punished. There's the lurk trying to be caught, gets denied. X10 starting to really wake up here, Mike.
Shaking it off just a little bit. Muffyn going to find another one. Actually finds a third as well. baesht will fall. Kalita now faced with a 1v3. Spike actually not committed anywhere, so this was full commitment towards actually taking this ball in mid. Maybe trying to remove the operator from Muffyn early on because it has caused a couple of problems now. Spike retrieved, and a wide open A site here. X10 don't want to take any chances.
Well, Muffyn is tagged. Poly is a little tagged too. Now, Kalita obviously doesn't know how much freedom that she has, but we'll have to take a gamble at it somewhere, right? Gonna pop down a dart towards deep backside.
Safe plant as well, so almost has to dig a little deeper and find this kill.
But if their spacing's good, if their trading's good, this is a very tricky position to be in. You've got to line up almost two of them, get them done quick. Gonna hear the drop, and gets one
No way.
in a second! Oh, one, and actually knows where babytz is. Kalita could be on for this.
Oh,
no! That looked so likely to fall into place. But babytz just about lives to tell the tale. And X10 have found themselves room here, Mike.
This is almost really awkward as well because Poly's the one to give away the drop sound, right?
Yeah.
It's half. Say ultimate-wise, the advantage definitely sits with X10 coming into this as well. Muffyn looking for another one. Unsuccessful this time.
Romi, very aware of that, though. It feels like they were leaning into that a little bit more. They did get rewarded in that prior round for it, so don't blame them for going for another bite of the cherry, but this time, yeah, a little sharper to it. And quicker towards middle. We're at 1 minute 13, and they have taken top mid. They are pressuring tunnel. There is a pinch towards B, trying to maybe circumnavigate around. But again, the information, huge. Poly gonna make the most of that. baesht is dead. And that's the spike left in, well, no man's land at the moment. Poly still alive, just trying to dip and dodge around, keep themselves standing. And no big success towards the side just yet for KRÜ.
Spike still kind of stuck in tunnel right now. Alyssa ready to hold the cross. Consu going to be the first up to the task, but I think now with 3 separate players noted on B site, KRÜ fancy their chances of catching this rotation. Problem being, Muffyn has repositioned all the way towards stairs.
30 seconds left.
Not alone either. Support in place. Muffyn could be good for one, and then the trade could be great. Romi seems very aware of the possibility, but the teammate just gets shattered behind her. But great trade for Romi. And now Muffyn gonna go for the blades as well. 13 seconds, they need that spike to go down. They needed it pretty quick. Support on the way. Great defense coming out from KRÜ, defending that spike plant. Another by the door. Conir on the money. And now Muffyn in a 1v3, better hit these shots and hit them hard. Tries to go for it, not gonna happen. Conir Gonna keep
robust here on the attacking side.
Yeah.
They have an interesting stat there of the percentage of attacking round win rate here. I was going to say, how many is that actually going to tag up with the blind? Lots of information here. Goes across to X10 very early on. This is the sort of thing that Heather was alluding to on that heat map. And interestingly enough, one of the hotspots is towards kind of Nest and then Bridge. So, I was going to say, KRÜ have to have their head on a swivel in terms of these rotations. But this could kind of be a red herring. First blood comes on Tube, might actually draw. I was going to say, it's going to draw baesht and conir out.
Perfect timing for Muffyn to swing off the utility as well there. Lovely work, big intention, conir. Looking to connect in a second, doesn't get it. Big trade for JinNy. And you can see Kalita chomping at the bit, wants to dive out there, wants to try and change it, can't. Spike now down, lovely, almost, as you said, red herring. I don't know whether they fully intended it, but it worked perfectly. Kalita, last one alive now, as the Sheriff, but the odds of this are very slim.
Polly posted up as well. The Sheriff will do damage through that box, but Polly's still 60 HP, alive and kicking. Very comfortable hold here. You see babytz stacked all the way up. JinNy should even hear these steps coming through towards archers.
Yeah,
Beautiful
lovely
stuff. Like I said, it's the timing on that. Actually, KRÜ going to lean back towards A site. I think it's going to be an instant walk through cave though this time. Spike not committed. Over towards Cannon. I think X10 probably anticipating a little bit of aggression here, so no surprises to see KRÜ slipping back into a deeper hold. Consu, Sheriff in hand, yes, but no snake bite to really slow anything down if X10 decide to force their way into B site. Not really making moves just yet. I think about now, Consu should hear that Trailblazer come through the wall's going to confirm it anyway.
Yeah. This is where KRÜ going to scramble, try and get over there in time, but obviously they did go for the stack towards 8 and will be overwhelmed. So we'll be waving the banner of X10. That'll be a comfortable plant there. Don't think anything's going to dissuade that. And now we look at the post plants, quite well rounded. No one overextending. Maybe a little bit of maybe a chance for Polly to be pressured. They do somehow navigate past the trap unawares. That'll at least be now the pressure starts. Yeah. So Polly goes for a swing and actually does get caught, and that flash then comes in. Muffyn.
Even numbers, but
It's the next couple of steps,
yeah.
so it's again the weaponry that's tricky. Maybe they can do a little something with it. Muffyn going to find the right timing to go around the world. This could be huge as well. Perfect, and the follow-up, lovely work. And the last one alive does fall. 3 still standing for X10. Not too many threats there. And they
the 3 Spectres and the Sheriff, so X10 hoping to ride this through, have a full reset for the 4th round of this half. Let's just see how aggressive KRÜ play this. baesht and Romi. Looking to take mid early on. X10 have held this deep default time and time again so far in the second half. Not even sure actually if that knife revealed anything outside B.
Not sure if it did. They were.
I saw JinNy, Muffyn, and Polly all just take 2 or 3 steps back. Yeah.
Kind of with you on this. Oh, they're taking the time. conir going to be the one on the chopping block here. Again, no support quickly on the way. Maybe they could, I guess, get Romi there, but yeah, conir is in so much danger. There's not too many ways out. There's no overwhelmed. Just gets smothered in the end. That's a rifle recovered. The lurk is gorgeous. X10 looking nasty at this. And now they got options. They could start pressuring wherever they want. There's a player behind the wire. JinNy gonna know the player as well. That's Kalita now considered. And JinNy's gonna hear all these steps. As much as JinNy can do here. Overwhelmed though. 3v1 there essentially at the end, but let's see if X10 can really dig their heels in here.
Polly's still got snake bites to slow this down though.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. KRÜ probably got to give this up, yeah. They're thinking better of it. Romi's going to post up, maybe try and prevent any exits, but with babytz in that lurk once again. Heather mentioned this on the desk and talked about one of those hot spots was over towards bridge and the top of tube. That's exactly what's happened here. babytz able to get right behind this rotation.
They've kind of now forced this additional round over to round 16. Going to be very cautious with these rifles. Light armor here, starting to dwindle in the utility department as well. Be proactive about it. Trying to find a new way to navigate, and it's going to be Alyssa, Polly, potentially the ones to find this out first. And they actually seem somewhat aware. Boy, how do you get two in that scenario? baesht gets caught up in it as well, and now suddenly, of course, you want to just head towards A. That's some rifles on the ground. You can start working towards it. There are still players here. It's not completely without some defense, but Kalita got to be careful about it too. This could be another issue if she goes down.
So Polly just waiting for the rest of the team to push up here. Kalita, though, sharp to it.
Okay.
Standing her ground. She holds onto the angle. A big snake bite comes through. Consu going to find babytz as well.
Yeah, okay, they're being kind of shredded on the way in. It is still a 3v3 for the post plant. Spikes in. JinNy trying to help out Alyssa a little here. I think just out of range on it, but Muffyn, the one on guard duty towards CT. There's that shock dart that didn't do as much as I thought it might, but they are still standing, but it's going to be a trade out 2v2 now. Kalita needs to start working the way in, and that is going to be the information side to be relayed. Alyssa very isolated. The shock dart's going to go down. The flash comes in, the swing. Alyssa has to stand and fight. JinNy's gone. It's all the one, and conir dives in. And KRÜ maintain lead. They'll take it one step further.
Away from this, though. Massive. The Bulldog for Consu. 4 rifles. The light shield as well for conir, but ultimate's just about coming online now. Kalita 1 away, conir 1 away. Alyssa and Muffyn, Bladestorm and Hunter's Fury at the ready. A little bit more proactive here with his default as well on the side of X10. I don't know if they feel as if they've found a point of weakness here, but adjustment on the trap. We'll deal with that elbow progress very early on.
There should be a bit of information too. Seeing the 2 players posted towards that B site. Rather than just conir solo. We'll have baesht in support. This time looked like a fight that was a bit awkward there, but both get to keep their lives and pretend it never happened.
Problem being, all the focus was towards elbow and B, so no real progress elsewhere. babytz probably just checking that cam. Again, with KRÜ's economy, they want to hold on to these weapons now. They want a clean round victory. See, no risks taken just yet. See, baesht, big knife wants to get on the cooldown. Actually finds a kill as well. Muffyn will fall ahead of this execute.
Oh, that's stunning. 3 quick kills back to back, and B is looking inaccessible. JinNy has to fall away from it. Polly can find no access, and it was looking like that double pump could have found some validity to it. Yes, the knife was some big information, but the 3 there. Romi. Looked like that was very much possible. But with 3 seconds, they just want to try and stay alive. Keep the rifles they have. Great defensive hold coming out this time again. Starting to really build up this time.
And actually carrying across the 5 weapons.
Yeah, it's certainly worked out for the last couple of rounds. Didn't quite find it. Okay, so that's going to be in play for a little bit longer. That little security blanket will hold. There is a little bit of pressure on that side anyway. JinNy is over there kind of pressuring occasionally, so that's not going to be particularly on the cards just yet. It is a substantially heavy lean towards A, and again, last time though, we did see them go for this B piece eventually. And sadly for conir, they were unable to get away from it by the time they were already on the side, but I'm wondering if they're leaning back this way.
It's such a good read from KRÜ. Again, not really feeling the heat whatsoever towards this side of the map, and they stack 3 towards site, and they've got 1 member towards tube as well. Safe TP over on B, so conir can get out just in case. Knife, I don't think revealed anything. But as soon as this wall goes up, KRÜ are going to have all the information they need.
It's a good feeling when you got 4 of you standing there. Feeling like you got the game read. Under Shuri going to come through. Romi still towards the side, waiting for that first player to appear, and actually does deal with Muffyn pretty handedly. No further pressure yet, and the temptation beckoning. Romi wants to step the wall, and the flash was divine. Set that into motion. And the Alyssa on the back line's feeling lonely. Not much more to be said. Does get bailed out by Mills, so babytz still going to make a go of this one. But now with the position noted, going to lose a lot of that validity, a lot of that opportunity. Maybe starts to do some damage though. 8 seconds, and everyone is just tucking the hell in. They want none of this anymore. 4 more seconds, and the round will fizzle out.
I'm talking about the util difference here. Another round from baesht. Showing value on that support role. The knife in the previous, a perfect flash
to kind of take away that second layer, really dividing and kind of conquering at this point. 7-11, KRÜ back in control. We do need to see a turn of events here for X10 before this really spirals out of that potential chance. And a pace change looks like the answer. Oh dear, how
Much
are they
better here,
alive?
but Polly found it.
How is Romy still standing? Romy should have been dead. Finally goes down. And this is way better. Polly. Oh, poor old Polly. Not going to get the cracker today. 3v3 now. Spike is down, so something favorable towards X10 here. Decent post plants, good amount of map territory still in their hands.
Let's see. How's I going to tag out, but no progress towards site here. Consu posted up a babytz, not giving anything away just yet. Now that the dart's dealt with, that should be the green light for KRÜ on this retake. No damage done just yet.
Crossfire, there it is. JinNy holding Alyssa safe.
Oh, no.
What? Tried to turn and run. There's no one running, no hiding. It's down to babytz now in a 1v2, and the position is going to be brutal. They have to hold this down, though. conir running out of time, running out of options, and the defuse is not going to happen. X10 still alive with a Red Bull clutch.
And a Spectre in the hands of Muffyn, but Blade Storm available. Big ultimate cycle here for both teams. It's only really Alyssa's Hunter's Fury and conir. That's all the force missing.
And again, you talked about pace change. It looks like they are trying to explore this. Already going to force conir away, sit deep towards CT. That's the site now gained. This pace change could be exactly what the doctor ordered. Hunter's Fury, yeah, that'll be sent down. Does it find any purchase? A tag on JinNy. Not too bad, but obviously not the dream result. Does not deny the plant. Doesn't give you any real deep information. This is a fabulous round from X10.
Very clean on the way through, actually.
Yeah, conir the one to find Muffyn, though. Now looking for that next step back through. That was the kind of front player. That was a player who was willing to take the fight in the lurk.
Okay, Polly finally finds
okay.
it clean on the second, though.
Yeah, the first was an absolute tragedy. Made a meal of it. JinNy not going to get checked and gets away with it. This is now just looking messy. X10 get across the...
Finances might just come around for X10 to play another scrappy round here.
Really playing with the pacing of this game. Couple of quick rounds, maybe trying to get the feel of what this purchase is going to be. Can already see KRÜ getting proactive here. So I'll take a little bit of control towards cave. Gonna leave romi post up a little bit deeper. Maybe work off consu's contact. Well, the rest of the map is do what you can with the sheriff, really, and maybe a marshal here or there for conir. So not particularly a massive threat if they do this diligently. Do get a little worried if X10 do leave this too late. They do like those slower rounds, which can cause issues, and there could be 3 players posted on this B site.
As I say, yeah, with kalita already rotating this way. baesht could deal with this with the knife. Actually, will come through, yeah. Find good information. Not sure if that was, well, it's at least 2. Yeah. Noted here. The owl drone, though, going to come through for free after that knife has been used.
baesht is just getting all the attention drawn this way. Nice little reveal, huge information. They've got to know it all now. Shock dart's going to be put in. You see them trying to hunt down kalita. Gets one, still stands. baesht by the side. The pop flash going to come in, and they're going to push on this. Didn't quite fully crest the corner as Alyssa does find conir. kalita barely breathing, but still fragging. baesht sitting pretty on 100 HP still, and now the support system's in place. Romi's made it around, and they've had to go for the scramble. But kalita, the shot in the dark, and almost another comes out. kalita 8 HP. Still firing off, and 2 players now cowering inside that Viper's pit. kalita, would you dare consider it? Would you still check on this one?
Standing ahead.
And in we go. First player noted, and there it is, pouncing to trade towards Polly. And the reveal, the grand reveal of it all. JinNy with a great pop flash, still has 1 flash to play with. Defuse comes in!
What is
KRÜ
that?
deadly with the sheriffs.
I mean, baesht goes huge to bail out. I put them on 12.
This is a scary thing, because the only things that was really working overall for X10 in my mind that you rightly noted was that fast pace, that pacey approach. It's very hard to pick yourself up when you've just been kind of battered like that and go right back to business. Be like, okay, guys, we can just charge on in. We got this. You're not feeling as confident now, starting to feel a little weary, even though you're so close to those double digits that could bring you back in this game. Still enough of a buy, not perfect, but it's somewhat there. And the A site looks like it's the goal.
Right, actually just clear All the way to the edge here, but
Same
Romi
again. Where's the
still
flash?
finds it, yeah.
I'm
Look at
waiting
the
for that KO
spacing.
flash.
Where's the second layer to this? JinNy over towards mid.
Oh, this is worrying. We've seen it before, and we might just be seeing it again. JinNy, could you navigate around this? Oh, and Conir's seen it all, committing to those shots, and that's the spike now lost. And well, JinNy's got one on the platter, but needs a whole lot more.
Whoa.
Gets more, JinNy! Where'd you get that from? baesht goes down. How much fight does JinNy have in her? That's massive damage. 2 more. Romi and consu. Seeker's gonna come online.
Good spike though. And already Romi's pushed up on it.
Does manage to get across. Gonna spot out both the players. Both flashes to play with 87 HP. There's still a shot at this. The flash will give away a little of the game, but trying to give herself a favorable fight here. Spots out another, but this player close. It's Romi. There's 2 players facing JinNy.
Oh my God.
That's one. She
No
needs
way.
1 more. 13 seconds. JinNy's gonna get the frag or somehow
There's no
teleport to
time.
site. I think it's just gonna run down. And JinNy, heartbreak here. Seconds away from being on the site. Such a valiant attempt into the round, but it will be KRÜ with map 1.
I mean, consu gets tagged up to 30 HP. I thought for a second there, JinNy
Dead.
had lined
Yeah.
them both up.